This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're here at the Healthcare Week 2016 in San Francisco, California. With me right now is Jim Schutz from Oculus Innovative Sciences. The symbol is OCLS. Jim, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you for coming on. So, for our audience that may not have heard the Oculus story yet, let's get an overview of the company.
Good. We're a specialty pharmaceutical company focused on dermatology. We're commercial stage. Got our own sales force and some great products that we're really excited to talk to you about.
So let's talk about the science real quick. Where does it come from?
We originally in-licensed our active from a Japanese biotech. We locked up the intellectual property in about 2003, and then our own R&D took it forward, took a little bit longer than we expected, and started commercializing in the 08-09 timeframe. We have our 13th FDA approval to date. We've got 10 CE marks, and we're full commercialization at this point.
Okay, so I want to know what the FDA and the CE saw in your products. Tell me about the products a little bit more.
Our best seller is a prescription scar product that we sell to patients via CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens. We also have an atopic dermatitis line for itchy kids, itchy adults. In Europe, we have two acne products, a liquid and a gel. So it's all dermatology, topical skin products that we're excited to sell.
How did you get involved in Oculus?
I am an attorney by training with a background in mergers and acquisitions, and our board tapped me on the shoulder about 2 years ago to turn the company around and to look to add additional products in the bag.
And don't you have a personal connection to what you're currently selling?
Yeah, I had rather severe skin cancer surgery, and the Mohs surgeon asked me to leave with Aquaphor, which is just supercharged Vaseline. And I immediately called our head of R&D and said, oh my goodness, can't we come up with something that has an anti-infective and anti-inflammatory kick? Multiple years later, the R&D guy hit the ball out of the park.
And how are sales currently? You said you're already in commercialization, correct?
Yeah, it's a good brag point for us, so thank you for asking. We have $16 million in revenue. We have no debt, $8 million in cash as of September 30th, and we think we're an attractive investment because our market cap is $20 million. All that math we think is a very attractive investment.
So I want to know some of the growth drivers for the business because you're already in CVS, you're in Walgreens, if I'm not mistaken. So what are those?
Yeah, and just to clarify, we're prescriptions, so we're behind the counter at CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and the like. Some of our growth drivers is we have a terrific pipeline of new dermatology products coming behind the ones we're currently selling. We're growing our own sales force. We just added 5 new people in October, and we've got some really interesting CE marks coming this spring. So we see growth in 4 areas: new products, price increases, not the Valiant type price increases, but reasonable price increases, additional salespeople, and some drugs eventually when we get there.
So I'm also curious about what makes your products different than what's currently out there. You kind of got into it a little bit, but I wanted to expand upon that.
We're one of 2 prescription scar products, and the other scar product is pure silicone, which is also available over the counter. So we really like positioning our antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties with our active against kind of a Me Too scar product. On the atopic dermatitis side, again, for itch, we're head-to-head with corticosteroids and some pretty serious drugs. So we typically speak to our physician base about our safety profile, our clinical evidence that shows our efficacy.
And I also want to know about how does the company market its products? Do you go from physician to physician, or do you go to conferences? I mean, how does it get the name out there?
Classic specialty pharma, exactly what you said. Attend conferences, key opinion leaders, and then our own sales force. We typically focus on the crunchy coasts, so reps West Coast, East Coast, but we just added 2 in Texas, 1 in Chicago, and we're starting to fill in that chewy center of the country.
Are your products also currently reimbursable?
Our big sellers are reimbursed by private payers, but we don't suffer the issues associated with Medicare and Medicaid. But yes, private insurance covers most of our products.
Jim, what's the size of the scar management market?
A great question. If you think about all the surgical procedures where an incision is made, all the Mohs procedures, all the skin cancer procedures. It gets very large and very attractive. And our big selling point into this space is you can use our product on stitches, on staples at the time of the incision, whereas the other OTC products and only other available prescription silicone products, you have to wait for the incision to fully heal for fear of systemic absorption. So we think that's a great selling point.
Okay, so we're in 2016. What are some of the milestones and goals for this year, from what you can tell me?
Grow our sales force, continue to add pipeline products, get those CE marks that I just mentioned, and we think we have a really bright 2016 ahead.
And where can our audience go and find more information about Oculus?
Our website is oculusis.com.
And how do I spell that?
OCULUSIS.com.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive here at Healthcare Week 2016 in San Francisco, California. With me again is Jim Schutz from Oculus Innovative Sciences. The symbol is OCLS. Jim, thank you again so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.